In this section, I'm going to be taking you through how to do rate calculations and number of period calculations. In the prior section of the video, we looked at how to use Excel to do future value calculator, and we also built the financial calculators from there. In this section, I have my calculators pre-built, and I'm just going to show you how to use them. But if you're wondering how to build the calculators, you should look at the prior section on future value. The textbook we're using, I wrongly said that it was the Brilliant Myers textbook. It's actually Spiceland, Nelson, and Thomas Intermediate Accounting textbook. And I think this is chapter 5 of the text. So let's tackle the first problem. Suppose a friend asks to borrow $500 today and promises to repay you $605 2 years from now. What is the annual interest you're agreeing to pay? Now, in this problem, we're going to treat the 500 as the outflow. So you are the person trying to figure out the interest rate that you are agreeing to receive. Bear in mind that whatever you're agreeing to receive is also what your friend is agreeing to pay. So the two parties to the same transaction are all agreeing on the same amounts. The only difference is who has the outflow and who has the inflow. So we're going to treat the $500 as a negative amount to indicate outflow, and the promise to repay, the repaid amount, as an inflow, because we're looking at this from your point of view as opposed to your friend's. If it was your friend's point of view, then it would be $500, positive $500, because your friend will receive the $500 that you paid, and then they have to pay you $605 in the future, and that'll be negative for them. So here's what I mean. I have a timeline. There are 2 periods and 1 compounding period per year, so 2 years. We have minus $500 as the outflow. We have 605 as the inflow, and we want to calculate the rate. Now, wouldn't you know it, Excel has a rate formula equals rate. The number of periods is 2. The payment is 0. The present value is minus 500. The future value is 605, and every other entry is optional, so we're going to ignore it. It gives us a rate of 10%. Now, this is for the rate. For the second function, we want to know number of periods. So, periods. Excel has another function called Nper. Nper, number of periods, we're going to do equals Nper. Oh, I'm sorry. Let's read the question first. Question 2, you want to invest $10,000 today. We will treat the $10,000 as an outflow to accumulate $16,000 in the future. That's the inflow for graduate school. If you invest at an annual rate of 10%, it doesn't say annual, but it's implied. 10% compounded annually. Okay, so it is implied in the compounded annually. How many years will it take you to accumulate the required amount? So I am going to do equals Nper and give all the information I have. The rate is 10%. It's compounded annually, so I don't have to adjust the rates for any per period, anything. 10% divided by 1 gives me 10%. The payment is 0. The present value is minus 10,000. And the future value is 16,000. Everything else is optional, so I'm going to ignore it and press enter. It will take me 4.93 periods. So let's go do this. How about I reduce the decimal places a little bit? Now let's go do this using the calculator I built. I'm just going to hide a few columns so that my calculator is more in view. Number of compounding periods that we're going to do question 1 is 1 period per year. We're looking at 2 years for question 1. Payment per year, we're going to leave it at 0. The future value for question 1 is 605. The present value is an outflow minus 500. That gives me same 10% that I already have here. So it's 10% per period. And because there's only one period per year, per period and per year is the same. If I have two compounding periods per year, this is just showing you what's going on. Same information, then the rate is 4.88 per period and 9.76 per year. Now I'm going to hide this calculator as well, because I need the number of periods calculator for the next problem. So here it is. We're going to recreate question 2. Number of compounding periods is annually compounded, so that's 1. Rate per period is 10%. Payment per period, we're going to put 0. I've totally not talked about payment, and that's okay. We'll just put 0. Future value is 16,000. The amount I want to invest is 10,000. Gives me a period of 4.93, and that means 4.93 years, because a period is 1 year long. And that is my 2 cents on how to use Excel to do time value of money problems.